This episode is for any moms who feel like they are losing themselves in motherhood. I really wanted to do this topic because I'm a mom and I'm a mom now, and wow, like I feel like I have felt like I have lost myself in motherhood many times. And luckily, I feel like I'm starting to get through that season in my life. But I wanted to talk about it because I hear so many moms say this, that I feel like I've lost myself in mother. I feel like I've lost myself in motherhood. And so I just want to get a little deeper on that, and like why. So today I want to react to a video of a mom who's just sharing her experience. So let's check it out.
Do y'all ever feel like you just disappear after having a baby? Like one day you're you and the next day you're just a mom. Nobody really prepares you for the way you lose yourself after having a baby. And my little 1-year-old think he run me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he be growling at me. He think he run me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not having it. And don't get me wrong, I love my kids more than anything, and I'm not complaining. But I just feel like I lost myself, and I want to know how to get back to my old self. I don't be feeling pretty anymore. I don't get dolled up like I used to do. Like, I just don't be feeling in the mood to do it, and I don't know why. I forgot what it feels like to get cute, get dressed, and go out. I haven't had a night out in forever. Like, it's been a long time. And as a single mom, it gets even harder because you don't get a break at all because you don't have no help. And some people don't understand that because they always get breaks. Their kids is never with them, but I have my kids 24/7. Like right now. I can't even make this video because I have my kid. To everybody else, I seem normal, but when I get alone, I break down crying because it gets hard. It gets hard. And it's overstimulating. Like, it's really hard to do this by yourself because you don't get no break. Like, I don't get no peace of mind. It's just kids 24/7. Like, I need a break. And it's lonely. Nobody talks about that part. You can be surrounded by all the people and you still feel alone. You still feel like you're doing it alone. You guys just let me know if you feel the same and if you have any tips that you can give me to get out of this funk, because I want to get back to my old self. Like, I want to feel pretty again. I want to start going out again. I want to start dating again. Like, I don't do none of those things because I don't feel myself, and I want to be the best version of myself before anything. But lately I've just been a mom, and that's it. So if you guys have any tips that you can give me, please just drop it down in the comments below, and it'll help a lot.
Okay. So first I want to acknowledge that I can feel for this mother, just because I have felt really lost. I have felt like, oh my gosh, because I'm with my son almost 24/7. I know I'm in this studio right now, and by the grace of God, I have my mother-in-law watching him. But most times, my child is with me 24/7. And sometimes I feel like I just need a break. Okay. Like, I can relate to that. But one thing that she said that really stood out was that she's just a mom. Ma'am, girl, you are more than just a mom. You are a cook. You are a teacher. You are a cleaner. You are raising a child. Or children. You are a nurturer. Like, just the mom. I hate that term because moms do it like so much. They do it all. Okay. Moms have like 10 roles in one. And I want you to know that that matters and that you're not just a mom. So you not only do you have all these other things that you do, but you are a person. You are a person outside of being a mom. And I want to remind you of this because I had to remind myself of this. Like, there are some times where I've cried because I just felt like, wow, like I do the same thing every day. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So it just felt like, oh, Groundhog Day. Like, oh, I'm doing the same thing every day. And I love my child. And I actually love that I am blessed to have the ability to be home with my child. But that doesn't take away the fact that sometimes I feel bored, or like my mind tries to bring me back to when I was working. And it's like, oh, like I was doing something. And it's I was making a difference. And God just like has been reminding me that what I do now is probably one of the most important things that I will ever do in my life. And this is way better for me. And just in my experience is being home with my son. But that doesn't mean that I don't need a break. Okay. And so like I could hear her talking about needing a break, and everybody needs a break. And I know she mentioned being a single mom, and I couldn't imagine doing this without my husband. So my heart goes out to her. But I think that you don't have to lose yourself in motherhood. It takes a little work. But I think we need to reframe that, because while I felt that way before, I can honestly say now that I feel like I'm finding myself in motherhood. Like, I'm learning so many things about myself. First, I'm learning patience, because these kids will test you. Okay. My toddler will test me, but I feel like I'm finding myself. I think a lot of times we say we're losing ourselves in motherhood because we have this old version of ourselves that we want to go back to. But that's the thing about seasons in our life. Like, when you're a mom, like you're not going to go back to the old you. You're becoming a new you. You are becoming someone who is growing in your holiness, especially if you're, a Christian. Like, when you become a mom, there's so many new facets of you that will be revealed. And it's really amazing, because me being a mom now, I feel like I understand more the sacrifice that Jesus made on the cross, because being a mom is so sacrificial. Like, you lose sleep, you lose time, like so many things. But like, I feel like I'm gaining so many things too. Like, I love being a mom. It's such a reward. And so, I just want to encourage anybody that feels like they're losing themselves in motherhood to just remind you that you're not losing yourself in motherhood. You are finding yourself in motherhood. It's a new person. You are made new in this role, but that's a great thing. And you just have to embrace it. It's just like when you get married. Like, okay, you're no longer single. Now you're married. Oh, I want to go back. You can't go back to the single life, but that's okay, because married life comes with amazing rewards. It's just like having a child. There's so many rewards that come with having a child as well. And I want to talk about what God says about mothers, because you are not just a mom. You are so much more than that. Okay. So God designed motherhood, and he honors it. In Psalms 127:3, it says that children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Children are a reward. And I know sometimes it can feel like, no, they ain't. They stressing me out, but I promise you they are. I think it's important to note that in that verse, God uses the word heritage. That means that God entrusted you with this soul, with this child. It's such a gift. Like, you're entrusted with this child that you're going to raise up into this world, hopefully to be a disciple of the Lord, and you're creating an individual. When I see my 1-year-old son smiling at me, and I see his little personality, I'm like, whoa, I created that. But I'm like, well, the God created that. But I'm like, wow, like I like pushed this baby out. Like, this is crazy. This is a real person. We are raising the next generation to do holy work. What could be more important than that? Just a mom, my butt. Like, that is amazing. Okay. And in Proverbs 31:28, it says, her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. A mom has such a long term impact. Most people, when they talk about their parents, especially a mom that's present, it makes a big deal. When a mom isn't present, just like if a father isn't present, it makes such a big impact on your life. The way that you were raised, the way that you're brought up, like, it matters. It matters what you're doing. And you know, when I was coming up with this topic for this podcast, I was like, you know who God really like cared for? Like that he like just talked about was Mary. Mary was Mary was the mother of Jesus. God could have just had Jesus just come into the world. But he chose Mary. He chose a woman to be a mom and to actually carry him and bring him into the world. That just shows you how important that role is, because he didn't have to do it that way. He entrusted Mary with carrying the Savior, with nurturing him and protecting him. And I don't know, I just feel like that just shows how highly God views motherhood. And that's amazing. That shows you that you're not just a mom. Like Mary was the holder of the Savior. What? That would change history as we know it. So to put things into perspective, that should remind you just like what kind of calling is on your life. The next thing that I want to say, and I don't want to sound like I am being insensitive to what this woman was saying, because I am married, and so I do have some help, right? I even mentioned my mother-in-law. Not everybody has that, right? Not everybody has that support in their life. And I know, like, even like newborn season, it's so tough, but it's a season. I just want to remind you that it's a season. It doesn't last forever. Like in the beginning, I remember crying because I had a very colicky baby, and my son would cry all the time. And he did not want to be put down. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. It took him so long to get to the point where he could sleep. But guess what? The season is so much better now. He doesn't cry all the time. He sleeps through the night, like 11, 12 hours, okay? And he naps in the day. Praise Jesus. I couldn't see that in the moment. Like I felt like this is so hard. There's no way I'm going to keep going. And the season ended. And I just want to read this verse. So Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Like there's a time, like, and God doesn't waste those seasons. And, the newborn trenches is the season. Toddler chaos is the season. But there's these little humans that come into their own, personality. And then the exhaustion will lift because they get a little more independent and they sleep through the night, and it's not permanent. I think it's important to have that perspective when you're feeling like, I don't know if I could do this. You can do this. You were designed to do this. God designed you to do this. So I want to leave this video with practical ways to create breathing room, to help you feel less lost, okay? And I think that's important. God does not expect us to do this alone. In Galatians 6:2, it says, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Christianity is communal. Motherhood was never meant to be done solo, even though the world tries to make it seem that way. It is not. Asking for help is not weakness. I know the mom in that video said that she is a single mom. And so that means that she may not have she doesn't have a partner, and you may not have your family living around you. So I want to give you some things that you could do that may be able to help in that. So first, if you have a friend that you trust, you might be able to, and they may have kids, you might be able to say, I'll take your kids this day, and then you take their kids that way. That way you can, even if it's just an hour, even if it's 2 hours. There are also Mother's Day Out programs through churches. So those are programs where you can leave your child 1 to 2, 3 times a week for just a few hours. So if you don't feel quite comfortable leaving them at a daycare, you can leave them at a church for just a few hours. And it might be necessary if you feel like your mental health and your sanity is waning. There are part day child cares. There are local church nurseries. Telling you, even sometimes an hour of sleep, but 2 hours of just time to yourself can really help. If you do have a husband, communicate your needs clearly. Like, I need you to come in here and watch this baby because I'm not playing with you. So that's just a conversation I had with my husband. Just kidding. Not really. Schedule time for rest. Maybe it's like, well, I'm going to shower every morning. That's what I do. I shower every morning. My husband watches our child, and I need that. Okay. It gives me my chance to reset for the day, and it's great. And also I'm able to tell my husband, listen, I need to go out for like an hour or two. I can't just like, I love him, but I need a break. And that's important. If you are a single mom, I want you to protect the nap time. When your child naps, if your child is at the nap age, I want you to maybe take a nap. Maybe watch a show instead of trying to clean everything. We have these long lists of things that we're like, we have to do. If I don't get this done, you probably don't have to do half the things that are on that list. Social media will make you think that you have to do all those things on the list, but you really don't. And I was reminded of that. Like, I felt like I had to do 10 different things and I was killing myself, and it is not worth it. So now when I'm tired, I just like will sit my butt down and I will watch a show and I won't feel any guilt for it. Because moms, you are not just a mom. You are 10, 15 things. And so you deserve a break too. Also, in the morning, I want you to get yourself ready. Even if it's 10 minutes, I want you to either do your makeup or your hair. You got to do at least 2 out of 3. So hair, makeup, and get dressed. If you can't do your makeup and you don't wear makeup, that's fine. But you need to get dressed and wear something cute. You don't need to stop looking cute just because you had a baby, okay? Even if you don't feel like it, push yourself through it. I'm telling you, you'll feel better. That I have had to do this. There are times where I'm like, I do not feel pretty. I've told my husband, like, I don't feel beautiful. Like, I feel like crap. My hair needs to be done. And and today I got myself done, obviously, for this podcast, but I feel a lot better. Okay, I was like, oh, I think I did my makeup kind of good, and it does give you the boost that you need. Also, get off social media. I have compared myself to other mothers and thought I had to do it this way because that mother did it this way. And no, you don't. No, you don't. God designed you for this. Like, I'm reminded that God designed me. Like, I was made for such a time as this, and God has given me everything I need to take care of my baby. I have such great intuition, and I didn't feel that before. And I realized, you know what? I'm paying attention to my child. Like, I could tell what he needs. You know what your child needs. Don't sleep on yourself, okay? Lower the pressure and stop comparing yourself to other moms, because then you start to feel like, well, I'm not doing what they're doing, so I must be completely losing it. You don't have to do what they're doing. You don't, okay? So I want to leave this video with this verse, and I hope that you stay encouraged. Isaiah 40:11 says, "He tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and carries them close to his heart. He gently leads those that have young." God has special care for mothers. God loves you, and what you're doing is godly and holy work. And you are not just a mom. You are so much more than a mom. And you can get cute and you can start going out again, but it does take a little bit of effort. But you got this. We got this. I hope you enjoyed this video.